Hey y'all, what's up? We're back.
What up, gang? It's React and Draw. We're back for another adventure in entertainment and the bizarre world we live in. How you doing, big guy?
I'm doing good. I'll be doing good until we read this second article because
Yeah, it's a lot to take in. Movie news has kind of been a little weird, because they're just still on strike. No one's out there in the promotion little trail talking on
right,
the talk shows. There are no talk shows. They're not saying anything weird or crazy or having faux pas that people could talk about. And yeah, it's just like they're just dumping movies out there and seeing what happens. And a lot of them are delaying their stuff too. I think that Ghostbusters 4
hmm
or Afterlife Part 2, whatever you want to call it,
yeah,
was supposed to be released this December.
really.
Yeah, it was supposed to be released this December. Now they're pushing it to like March of next year or something like that.
I still have to see Afterlife, by the way.
And it's
I'll
just
get
like,
on that.
well, that's just the way it is.
Interesting. So who we got in the chat? We got Massive Panda. We got Mainframe Online Gaming TV. Says, "What's up, fellas? What's up? What's up?" Massive Panda asking great questions that I'm asking in my head right now.
Yes,
Say,
Master Panda says, "Yo, what's up, y'all? A Crow reboot. The question isn't will this be bad in 2023. The question is how bad will this be? Current year will somehow leave its stench on this." Yeah, it's like they're gonna put. It's hard not to be skeptical these days, because it depends on the budget of the film too, and
right,
how much current day isms will be in it. Like if it's one of those super mega blockbusters, they cannot resist putting whatever agendas and nonsense and
they'll just say
boring
crow. The,
stuff in
the
there
crow's gonna identify as a bird. You know what I'm
because
saying?
they need the representation.
Oh God.
So, but if it's like a smaller budget and no one's gonna, I don't know, then maybe they'll keep it to a minimum, or it doesn't really matter because it's like it's the Crow, so it's gonna get people in. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I don't know.
Right. Master Panda said, people in this corner of the internet, Western entertainment has become more entertaining than the mainstream entertainment itself, like a dream within a dream in Inception. I
Yeah.
mean,
And I know
yeah,
they say like, well, it's giving these companies promotion,
not
but
really.
not really. I mean, some people just like watch these channels or channels like that, like Massive Panda is describing,
And then go
and
don't go
then
to the
yeah,
movies.
yeah, they go to the movies. It's like in the Lost Boys when the grandfather he says, "I got the TV guide, so I don't need a TV." You just
Yeah,
have more fun reading the TV guide.
yeah, because it's like, what was the point? Like Indiana Jones 5. Oh, it's gonna be
Yeah,
bad. We see the trailer. Trailer looks bad. See the reviews. See people clowning it on the internet.
yeah.
And
Like it's
then
like what?
you see the
Yeah, right.
reviews, and it was like, oh, I guess it was bad. And then guess what? We don't watch it.
Yeah. And then maybe if it like crawls upon some streaming service like Netflix or Disney Plus, you give it a curiosity click. But I don't think that these big corporations are like, yes, we got a curiosity click on Ant-Man Quantumania. We win. Our strategy of like worked. Like I don't think that's like the intended outcome of what they want. I think like
Yeah, it's not a thing. It's not a thing.
no.
Ant
They
Man
they
Quantumania had their 2 or 3 trailers. Then the movie
yeah.
came out. Um,
Yeah,
I don't even know
they
how it
wanted.
reviewed. But guess
Yeah,
who didn't see Ant Man Quantumania?
this guy right here.
Is it on Disney Plus? Because I didn't even check for it. I didn't even check for it.
Now,
Oh,
I think now, but
okay.
they really wanted people to be going to the movies to see that. Brina's here says streaming on YouTube today, debating on whether I should post my latest art piece for the showcase. Yes, post it. Post
Brina,
it
that
now.
joint was fire. You should, only if you're comfortable with it, because if not, we could definitely show it.
Yes, right.
Oh,
We
next
could
time
show it to
too.
him. Oh, because I don't have the video yet. Well, it's your choice.
Yeah.
Yes, we're doing a showcase after we go through these two stories in our Discord in the post your art section. You're welcome to post art for the show, and we can showcase it here.
Yeah.
Link in the description for more details. Anyway, let's get into it. You want to
Okay.
get into it now? All right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sorry, I was about to go
So,
on a crow rant, but I'll say that for later. For those,
what you?
for, never mind. I'll say that. Oh, okay.
All right.
Oh,
So let's get into it.
all right. Rotten Tomatoes under fire after PR firms scheme to pay critics for positive reviews uncovered. Damn, IGN just laid it all online on that headline. A PR firm paid critics to goose reviews of 2018 Daisy Ridley drama Ophelia. Did I say that correctly?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Here we go. While film and television reviews aggregator Rotten Tomatoes has come under scrutiny by filmmakers like Scorsese before, a new report doubles down on why consumers may want to think twice before taking a recommendation from the website. In an in depth report published earlier today, Vulture uncovered a scheme from a PR firm called Bunker 15 to goose reviews for 2018's Daisy Ridley drama Ophelia. After initial reviews came in, resulting in a disappointing 46% rating on Rotten Tomatoes, a movie deemed rotten if falling short of a 60% rating, Vulture reports that Bunker 15 started paying low-level critics on the website to post positive reviews for $50 a pop, essentially trying to manipulate the system. A firm, the firm lobbied one critic to change their negative review to a positive. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Yo, $50?
Yeah. This
Yo,
was like
start,
the
yo,
big.
start shelling. Start shelling. Like $50. What is inflation?
Hey,
Oh well, I mean, I guess that
maybe.
was 2018.
Yeah. Well, if $50 is all it takes. If that's then why pay more? If they're satisfied at $50, it's like sold American. Like no negotiation.
$50. 50.
$50.
Yo, you could be bought for $50, bro. Yo, what?
You could be influenced by $50.
$50. If they
I
said
think like this. Yeah, this Bunker 17. What was it called? Is it Bunker
15,
what?
Bunker
Bunker
15.
15. Yeah, yeah, Bunker 15. I think they have a response. Well, I read it like on Twitter. Like I think they have a response to this
Oh,
alleged payola thing. Like they feel it's not payola,
okay.
and that'll be interesting to see. So why don't you continue?
Okie doke. As it turns out, the scheme worked and the money flowed. Ophelia jumped to a 62% rating, scoring a coveted fresh label. And the next month, IFC Films announced it acquired the film for distribution. Interesting. Bunker 15, for its part, denied the allegations, with founder Daniel Harlow telling The Vulture, "We have thousands of writers in our distribution list. A small handful have set up a specific system where filmmakers can sponsor or pay to have them review a film." Understandably, many reacted to the report with a mixture of disbelief and sadness over how this can happen. This is the guy. Wait, who's this? Mike Ryan. A PR firm has been manipulated. Oh, I guess he was reporting on it. Okay.
Yeah. So they're saying like they'll pay. They're paying reviewers to review the film, but they're not necessarily telling them to give it a good review. Is that what Bunker 15 is saying?
Yeah, they'll pay them for a review, but not pay. They're not. I guess they're trying to say they're not paying them to skew a review.
Right. Now, I have seen some websites,
Okay.
like critic websites, and I guess maybe that's what they're saying, that have in like whatever the submission page for the movies, they'll
Hmm.
say, we'll review your movie. if you email it to us, but we'll put it to the top of our list if you give us money. And then
Hmm.
they give you the fee. I think Film Threat does this. I can't be certain, but the last time I checked the website, which might have been a year ago or something, they offer
Hmm.
that service too.
Interesting.
That's Chris Gore's company,
Right.
Film Threat, and like you submit the movies, they'll review it.
Right.
But if you give them money, they'll toss it onto like the I don't know the first up to the top. They'll review it like that. I don't know how and what time frame, but faster than the others. And that's how they get money for the site or whatnot.
Okay.
Now, and the people from the site they say like it does not guarantee it's going to get a good review.
So it's more so like
It,
to jump up in the queue,
yeah,
like an expedited. I mean,
right,
I
right.
guess if it's a if it's a case of like expedited review, and that's how they make the money, I guess it's fine. But now, if you're paying them to get a positive review,
Now the system of payments
mhm,
like that with the public can go either two ways.
yeah,
One, they understand the system
yeah,
like that, like it's expedited reviews, or they'll say, well, maybe these smaller websites and stuff that don't have like a history of reviewing things objectively or reviewing anything at all,
yeah,
not even objectively, just like they don't have a reputation. Like Film Threat has a reputation
yes,
of reviewing films and whatnot and giving them bad reviews, good reviews. They and Chris Gore, they know him from G4. They trust they trust him, right? But some smaller guy, maybe they're like, well, I might give a good review to people who give me $50 because I want them to give me more movies and more money. Like,
so it could be more of a unspoken subconscious thing.
correct. It's like, look, maybe the movie is like mediocre, but if somebody's giving you $50 to give it a review, maybe you'll give it a little better than mediocre review or a good review. You give it a 7 out of 10 when it deserves like a 4 out of 10,
Hmm.
just so you can get like the next movie they want to send you.
Right.
Because they're just trying to juice up their tomato score. A lot of these places are just trying to juice it up. So, if you want, if you're like at 42 and you can bump it up to a 60, you'll be certified fresh.
Right.
And that might be the difference between somebody buying a ticket or not, or renting it on VOD. Um, yeah,
All right. The article's short, so I'm gonna finish it up here.
okay.
And although Rotten Tomatoes told Vulture that it takes the integrity of our scores seriously and does not tolerate any attempts to manipulate them, it's an alarming example of how easily critic aggregators like Rotten Tomatoes can be manipulated, especially when there's financial incentive to do so. Well, they stand by their scores. I guess that means they, stand by their scores of cuties. But what if,
Yeah, who was juicing the score for that? Like, what group was paying people to review that mess?
unless they actually liked it?
Oh my
Um,
goodness.
I couldn't. I saw one clip of that against my will, and I was like, I'm good. John V. Page is here. What's up, man? What's up? What's up? What's up? Oh yeah, I guess I'll read some of these real quick. Rena says $50. You can make more on OF. That's probably true.
True.
Mainframe says how many $50 payouts though? It could be a lot. They forked out 500 plus payouts. Yeah, you never know. Like a bunch of $50. Just hand them out.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's hold on. Where was I up to?
Because sometimes it's like you just need that 7 out of 10 score. Maybe instead of a 4 out of 10 they give it a 7 out of 10, they could claim like, oh, it's pretty bad but it's still watchable, let's give it a 7 out of 10 with that $50 of the juice money, like just to like You
Right.
were kind of down on that film a little bit until you got that $50. Now you kind of giving it a reappraisal, like maybe, like
I'm just like, yo, $50. Like, is $50 enough to bribe people though? Like, yo,
I
it's
don't
$50,
know.
bro. Like, if they said, like, I don't know, people getting bribed for like $200, maybe even that's low. But like, maybe I'll be like, okay, that I could see that as being plausible. $50.
Like, their explanation or their like rebuttal to this article. What was it? What was the name of that company again? Bunker 15.
Yes,
What did they say again? What was their
they try to. Hold on, let's go back.
get a jail free card they're throwing out right now?
Let me see. Uh,
Bunker 15. I'm always thinking like Warehouse 15 or one of those that
oh,
show Warehouse 17 or Stalag 17 or Bunker 15.
oh, it says here, Bunker 15, for its part, denied the allegations, with founder Daniel Harlow telling Vulture, "We have thousands of writers in our distribution list. A small handful have set up a specific system where filmmakers can sponsor or pay to have them review a film."
Right. So the film is not on their radar,
Yeah,
but if you send me a check, I'll take a look at it. Something like that. Like if you send them in the mail anything, they're like, I'm not gonna look at that. But if you send them this movie with $50 attached to it, then they'll look at it.
yeah.
Hmm. It's interesting. I don't know what that means. And then were all these new reviews favorable? I guess the result is
I
that
don't
it
know.
bumped up in the tomato score. I'm not sure the time frame. They're saying there's a time frame. They're saying like, oh, this thing was resting on the original reviews at like some 40 something, and then boom, 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 pay people $50. It was on the $50 bill.
You know, I forgot. I should know that.
Whoever it is, I don't know. He's paying for it.
I'm
He
tell you
juiced
right
up the
now.
critics' mind. Maybe. It's like this little plausible deniability. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's the thing. It's like that's the problem when you pay people to like review things or like then people are just gonna say, well, he's working the system. And this
It's,
happens in the film industry a lot too. They'll submit like all these award like films to festivals.
yeah,
Like you'll make a short film or you'll make a independent film for like I don't know 10 grand or 30 grand, and then you submit it to all these festivals, and then to get it seen at the festival you have to pay an entry fee. You know, so whoever's willing to pay the entry fee and the other fees to get in, you know, it's kind of like juicing it in one way
right.
because it should be like the festival also searching for films to show there. Like there's no like scouting they're doing. It's just like whoever pays me
They're
can
being
get
lazy.
seen. And some I've heard is just like the festival is not even live. It's just like, oh, just pay me and I'll review it and we'll pick the winner online or some shit like that, so that they can say I got an award and then mail them the award or some shit like that. Like I heard people tell me this. I don't know if that's true.
Yeah, I literally thought it was live, bro. I didn't even know. Like,
Some are live, a lot are. I'm saying like there's festivals and things
oh,
like that,
okay,
but
okay,
some
okay.
it's like these little online things and stuff. Maybe they'll have a YouTube channel. I don't know. Maybe I was misinformed about that, but there is a lot of award gaming going on right now, like critic juicing, and I guess it's like it's not illegal.
Yeah,
It's not immoral necessarily, but it could create confusion of whether A, your thing really is critically acclaimed, or B,
yeah, because it's like they can just say, "Oh, just jump the line so I could get reviewed." But how would we know if like, it was review? There was a discussion about how to review it. We wouldn't know.
yeah, depending how much it is too. I mean, you have $50. It's not a lot
Yeah, no.
to like change a person's to like put their reputation on the
fifty
line. Of
dollars.
course, if nobody knows they got paid $50, they would have to disclose. I guess like the whole thing, they may have to disclose that they got paid the $50. Maybe that would be like a better system. Like if they did pay a guy to like review it, or pay them to juice them so they could go up the lot, up the queue faster to be reviewed. If they did any of that stuff, maybe they'd have to disclose it and say this person paid, disclosure, this person got paid for this review. But whatever.
Yeah.
Of course, that would ruin their. That would like that would kind of put a damper on the review anyway. Yeah.
All right.
Master
So
Panda in the chat says so. So that's yeah. So that's that story.
yeah, I mean, there's
Very
more here,
interesting.
but
Oh, there's more.
yeah.
Oh, okay, go for it.
All right. It says the economy of Rotten Tomatoes. As the Vulture reports, Rotten Tomatoes has become incredibly influential, both within the business of Hollywood and from the consumer's perspective. When it comes to the former, the example of Ophelia is a fitting one. When films debut at festivals like Sundance, as Ophelia did, companies monitor their receptions to evaluate whether or not they should acquire those movies for distribution, whether they're prioritizing commercial appeal or potential awards glory. How critics and other viewers respond out of those initial screenings isn't without importance. As for the consumers, that's a little more obvious. For some, a Rotten Tomatoes score could make or break the decision to head out to the movie theaters or pay for a rental. While a fresh or rotten score isn't everything, many look to the percentage to get a quick idea of how they should spend their money. Yeah, especially in this economy. Rotten Tomatoes is something the studios can game, so they do. Wait, whose quote is this? To be clear, Rotten Tomatoes is to be clear, Rotten Tomatoes and other critic aggregators like Metacritic aren't to blame for the reviews themselves, but a fresh or rotten label can be important for a film, meaning it's easy to see why this sort of thing could happen. What this new report sheds light on is how unfortunately easily the system can be manipulated. Filmmaker Paul Schrader puts it a little more bluntly later in the Vulture report. The studios didn't invent Rotten Tomatoes, and most of them don't like it. But the system is broken. Audiences are dumber. Normal people don't go through the reviews like they used to. Rotten Tomatoes is something studios can game, so they do. Well, then, there you go.
It's true. I mean, people don't read the reviews like they used to. Like I
Hell no,
remember
they
back
don't
in the
read
day, you
reviews.
read the newspaper, you read the whatever New York, you could they and you could like see, well, this part was good, this part was bad. I think the New York Times, they don't have stars. Maybe they do. I can't remember. So you would have to read the whole review because they don't have a number system like 3 out of 5 stars or 7 out of 10. Like they don't have that. Some of these Rotten Tomatoes scores, they just like maybe they read the reviews too, and they have to assess whether this is a tomato score or a splat, because sometimes they have reviews but they don't have a rating on it, like a number rating.
Right.
So it's there's got to be some juicing to the system because that tomato score does matter. I know there's people who say Rotten Tomatoes, I don't look at it, it's trash, but a lot of people do. In fact, Rotten Tomatoes, I don't know if they still do this, but like if you watching TV, like on a FiOS TV and stuff,
Yeah.
they have the Rotten Tomatoes score right next to the movie you're watching,
Really?
like in the guide, the cable guide. Like you clicking up and down, and
Oh,
then
I,
like you
I
say,
didn't
oh, they're
realize that.
playing Speed, and you can click on Speed and you'll see the review, like the rating. It got like whatever 80% or whatever. But if you're watching something and it's like, oh, Transformers, 2 or 3, and then it has like whatever 50%,
Right.
it'll be there, and a big splat will be right next to it. Now, of course, that movie's making money because it's like a big budget movie. It's got giant special effects. It has Megan Fox.
Right.
It's got like at a prime and everything. Like so. But if it's like a smaller movie, like I guess like this movie they were trying to get out there, then it's gonna count. Especially when you're doing a drama,
Oh yeah.
it's gonna matter, like whether you get a good review or not. Because the movie was made, a movie like this, Ophelia or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
That movie was made to get a good review.
Right. Right. Exactly.
That movie
Because
was
it can't
designed.
lean on anything else.
No, can't lean on some special effects or some karate or lightsabers or any of that stuff. It was like made to like, I don't know, get a good review. So like maybe it'll win an award somewhere and elevate the actor's stature in Hollywood. Like it can do more dramatic stuff. Like Daisy Ridley, it would be like a showcase for her to show she has dramatic range after the Star Wars movies.
Right.
But if no one sees it, everyone's giving it a bad review or a mediocre one, then the lifeblood of that film is just over, bro. So I guess they hire these firms to try and,
Get that $50. By the way, it's Ulysses S.
yeah,
Grant.
yeah, there you go. I figured it was Grant. You know what I'm saying? Little Grant.
Get them little grants up in there. So get so I could get some General Tso's chicken for
Facts. I'm
Yeah.
just used to like, I don't know, digital currencies at this point. Uh
All right, here we go.
Massive pandas. Yeah. So that's the story
Yeah.
of Rotten Tomatoes, and we'll see what happens. Like, I didn't know the critic industry was like this all the way around, but apparently it is. So anyway, you have let's go to the chat.
Yeah.
You got Massive Panda says, I forgot about cuties. I'd rather have food poisoning than watch that garbage.
Yeah.
You
Rotten
know,
Tomatoes. First of all, IMDb gave it a 3.6 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes gives it 87%.
bruh.
87% versus the audience score of 15%. Those scores were
How did we
opposite
get 15?
for
Obviously, yeah, we know who the 15% were. We know the 15% of cuties enthusiasts were. It's not good people, folks. I mean, look,
well, oh, you mean like the ones in the audience who gave them? But
yeah, that's the audience score, right? 15%.
yeah, 15% is audience because
Yeah,
yeah, 15.
exactly.
But yeah, the critic score is yeah, that's 87% for Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, that movie was pretty bad. I mean, when that trailer dropped on like online, people were just shocked. Like, what is this? Like, this cannot be made. This should not be made. It's funny though because and it must go under like some kind of historical significance,
Mm-hmm.
not for a good thing, but for like a bad thing, you know, like 9/11 or something, like they actually made a film, like like how like there'll be a movie like about like Train Spotting or Gridlocked or like Rush with Jason Patrick's, a movie about drug abuse.
Yeah,
And it's like, okay, you can make a movie about drug abuse and simulate drug abuse and get away with it. And it's like, yeah, that's pretty realistic looking, but it's not happening. So
yeah,
you
but
can
you
watch it
can't
as a
get away
cautionary tale.
with the cautionary tale of exploiting children in a movie that has to exploit children to make the movie.
Right. Like they're twerking. You can't fake that with CGI. And if you did, it would still be creepy. Like that's the one subject matter that you cannot like fake. Like you can make some horror movie where they're like, you know, they have like, people getting like melted into skeletons and stuff, but like you'll know that that's all fake and not real. You can have like Bruce Willis in an action movie back in the day, like shoot a bunch of the bad guys. In real life, they're all stunt guys.
But this,
Anyway, yeah, this no no
I, I,
no
I
bueno,
tried to see
bro.
what the contrast was.
This
By
was
the way,
criminal.
Sound of Freedom, they gave it a 60% critic
The
score.
critics give it a 60. It had higher before.
Okay,
It had higher when it first started. It was like at 80 when it first
yeah,
started.
it's
And I guess like
six.
maybe
It's
the
60,
knife, yeah, the knives came out.
and then the audience score is 99%.
Yeah, it's about right. It's about right. First of all, the critics, like, they have their sensibilities, right? They have their politics, and they're gonna juice it one way or the other.
Oh yeah,
In fact, there's a movie that shares their politics and it flops. That means it must be even worse than the score itself, like, because it was even worth a pity like.
yeah. Hold on, let me read some more of these comments. What did I miss here?
Yeah, massive. Yeah, it says Massive Panda says $50. Man, that can get you an eighth of a tank of gas and a stick of deodorant. Sign me up. $50, $50. I mean, there's a lot of movies to be reviewed. So they said they had thousands of writers. They
Oh,
like,
yeah, I guess if you collecting them, like,
yeah, it's like, damn, just keep giving. I don't know, it adds up, right?
right.
They got to watch all the movies, but still, maybe they don't. Maybe they just give it a good review. They read the box and say, okay, fine, I'm just gonna. Massive Panda says, I remember reading the Atlanta Journal what's the Constitution?
Yeah.
A consultation
Constitution.
Constitution and saying, whoa, this Gladiator movie got an A minus. I better check this out. Now I just assume every review is just paid butt kissing. Yeah, it's like a lot of it was fake. Like back in the day, before Rotten Tomatoes used to have all these headlines of like the new film is coming out, and then they would have like, if they couldn't get like real reviews, like I guess like known critics, like the whatever the Cisco and Ebert and Leonard Maltin, people like that, they would get a bunch of radio DJs to give you good reviews. WWXRL at in St. Louis, Missouri says, go watch it. Fantastic, hilarious. I bust a gut laughing. Go watch whatever. Fat Beach
Fat
today.
Beach.
Fat
Boy,
Beach. No one knows about no
my man
Fat
brought it
Beach.
back to Fat Beach, yo. You don't know about Fat Beach, you're too young.
Yeah.
Brina definitely don't know
Oh,
about Fat Beach.
nah, they don't know about that. I remember back in the day, I saw an article, and
Yeah.
they had a movie for like some comedy with Bill Bellamy called How to Be a Player.
Hmm.
And then like on top of like in the article, it said 1,000 DJs say, or 100 DJs across the country say, or whatever. I don't know what number it was, but there was like DJs.
DJs.
DJs. What the hell? Are DJs got it? Movie critics now? DJs?
DJs.
Oh man. All right. Anyway, next story.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. I was just. Oh, I guess Brina was talking about. What was talking about? Oh, Megan Fox.
Yeah, Megan, what they saying? She looked good drinking the. Now she's Brina saying she's busted now. Look, drinking blood and shit. Like, damn, that's foul.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot about that.
I wouldn't.
I forgot about that.
Is she busted? I don't know. I can't say.
Who knows? I mean, it depends. If did the evil spirits dial down her looks?
No, I don't know. I think she's. I don't know.
I mean, she got to go siphon more power from what's her name? I forgot the girl name. Never mind. It will come back to me.
Look, this show is the number one respecter of women. Sean respected 20 women before the show started. He's trying to get his numbers up to like at least 30 by the end of the month. So we can't endorse that comment in the chat. I'm sorry. But anyway, yeah, she's still doing stuff, right? She was in like, is she gonna be in Expendables 4, being like Jason Statham's lady?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Now it's funny because his lady in the other movies was Charisma Carpenter. Like she'd be in it for like 5 seconds and then that's it. So I guess
Yeah.
like he finally got a new woman or something. And she's gonna be in like Mortal Kombat.
Huh?
The game.
Oh, the game. Yeah. Yeah, the game. Yeah. And it's funny
Yeah,
because I saw the
she is
character.
drinking blood though with that guy, Machine Gun Kelly. That was kind of weird. But it is what it is.
Hey, listen. After Doja Cat's last video, stuff just gets like more weird and more weird in Hollywood, bro.
Right. Who knows? Maybe when like the Satan train runs out, they're gonna like go back and be born again and stuff. They got to go through their like occultic phase, and then
Who are they trying to summon, bro? Like,
Brita says, "I don't condone that comment either. It was a joke because you said that she was a Transformers in her prime." No, I'm just kidding. I don't care.
Oh, Moofa's
You
here.
can
What's
say
up,
what you
Moofa?
want. You can say what you want. It's free speech in here. I'm just kidding around. I don't care about it one way or the other.
All right, so this story. This is the story that's gonna put me to bed right here.
Yeah,
The Crow
I was
reboot.
just I was just stating the facts because Sean respected at least 57 women before he entered this live stream, and I'm not
That
trying
is
to like
correct.
distort his record through controversy or anything like that. He's trying to get to the Guinness Book of World Records in respecting women, and I'm just trying to like keep the vultures away from him.
Right.
You
I ain't
know,
trying to get canceled out here.
no, not before he achieves his goals. So he just walks in the street and says, "I respect you. I just want to let you know I respect you."
Right.
You know,
That's the. Now we got to film that one day.
exactly.
For the clout.
Anyway,
All right, here we go. The Crow reboot with Bill Skarsgård takes flight at Lionsgate as part of an eight-figure domestic deal. All right. Now I'm not gonna lie. Hasn't this like thing gone through like a ridiculous amount of like rumors and production or non-production or ideas and scripts and all of that?
100%. Like I can't remember who all the people that were supposed to play the Crow were in the past few years, but I know that Jason Momoa was supposed to be one of them,
Yes.
and they were about to film. They were about to film like that week or that month or something, and they just pulled the plug. I don't know why.
Interesting.
Maybe they lost a financer or something, but they said they were ready to go, and it was over. And then Jason Momoa typed something out and said, like, "I want to do this role." I was very excited, but now it's not going to happen. And this, I guess, is the latest version.
Okay. Says Lionsgate is resurrecting the Crow reboot after prolonged difficulties taking flight. Under an eight-figure domestic deal, the studio is ready to give the reimagining of the 1994 cult classic the effort it deserves. Rupert Sanders, Snow White and the Huntsman, Ghost in the Shell. Okay, first of all, that's not exactly getting me hyped up. But okay, the Rex with Bill Skarsgård and musician FKA Twigs leading the cast, based on the comic book series created, written, and illustrated by James O'Barr. The Crow tells a story of. Do we really need to read this part? We know already. Y'all know who the Crow is, right? I guess for story's sake, I'll say. The Crow tells the story of Eric Draven, a tortured soul brought back to life by a crow after a brutal grape and murder of his wife, Shelley Webster. Returned from the dead, Draven channels his regenerative powers of the Crow to get revenge on the criminals responsible for his torment and pain. Alex Proyas directs the 1994 cult classic, starring Brandon Lee as Eric Draven, with Michael Wincott, and all those names you see there. Man, Michael Win. Yo, Michael Wincott's still around?
I think he's still alive. I haven't seen him. Oh, he was in Michael Wincott was in that movie, the Jordan Peele movie about the UFO.
Oh yes, 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 yes. You're right. I actually saw that movie. I'm bugging.
I mean, it's been a while since we've seen him though. That was like the last time I saw him in years.
Yeah,
But for a while, he was like the go-to villain in the '90s because he had like that voice, like that
yeah. That he had that gravelly voice, man.
right. And he was great in this. He played the villain in the original Crow, Top Dollar, and he was pretty cool in that. And then he was in Strange Days,
Yes.
playing a sleazy music producer, and he was in other stuff too. He was like in Metro, playing the foil to Eddie Murphy. But yeah,
All right. It says AA Media Finance brokered a deal for
oh,
the film's domestic rights. John Biondo arranged details on behalf of Lionsgate, with the deal finalized at the Toronto Film Festival on Wednesday night. The script hails from Oscar nominee Zach Balan and Will Schneider. Hold on, they're just going through a bunch of names right now.
Oscar nominee, huh? I wonder for what movie. We'll have to find out.
Oh, it's pretty short, so let's just finish it up right here. We appreciate that the Crow character and original movie mean Oh, sorry. Let me restart that. We appreciate what the Crow character and the original movie means to the legions of fans and believe this new film will offer audiences an authentic and visceral reinterpretation of its emotional power and mythology, said Lionsgate's Executive VP of Acquisitions and Co-Productions, Charlotte Coe. To work with a creative team led by Rupert's unparalleled visual style and storytelling, with a producing team who have made some of the most popular and impactful films in the last several decades is a true privilege. The original film left an incredible mark on our culture.
Indelible mark.
Oh, sorry. Excuse me. This is what happens when I'm reading when I'm tired. Indelible mark on our culture that lives on, added the producers in a joint statement. We are thrilled to bring a new adaptation for today's audiences that respects this legacy. Rupert has masterfully brought new dimensions to create a contemporary universe for this timeless saga of undying love, and we can't wait to share his vision with film audiences.
Yep, there you go. So
Mm,
he can't wait, guys. He can't wait. Now, can you guys wait? Possibly,
mm,
because I mean, I don't know who this dude is. I mean, of course, we didn't know really who Alex Proyas is back in the day. He directed some music videos, and but when he directed this movie, it was like, man, this guy, he really knows how to make a good-looking movie, you know.
yeah, I want
And he
to.
went on to direct other movies too, right? He directed Dark City, which looks incredible, right, to this day.
Well, I love Dark City.
Yep.
I love Dark City.
He did I Robot with Will Smith. He did Knowing with Nicolas Cage.
I didn't see
Underrated
no one.
movie.
I didn't see
Underrated
that one.
movie. Sure. Knowing.
Oh, I have to
But
check it out.
he's not here right now. And now we got to go with the unknown source here. Like I mean, look, The Crow is a classic, right? It's your favorite comic book movie. It's my favorite comic book movie.
Yeah, like,
I
literally
think.
my favorite
Yeah.
comic book movie of all time.
Yeah, it's like I think like I don't know, you can't replicate the magic, you know. It was like properly curated to, you know, down to the soundtrack, which had like, you know, because the original creator of The Crow is J. Obar, right? James Obar,
Yeah,
right? He would even write like lyrics and stuff, you know, of in the didn't he? Like he was always talking about his favorite bands would be like uh you know, Bauhaus or you know, and The Cure,
right.
things like that, right? And he even got The Cure to be on the soundtrack to the original film, you know. In
Mm,
fact, the soundtrack was a big priority for him, because they could have put like a bunch of like generic like tunes or whatever, like metal tunes, or but he didn't. He wanted like an alternative soundtrack because he listened to alternative music. So his soundtrack had Nine Inch Nails, The Cure, Stone Temple Pilots. It's like it was one of the hottest. Like it was like so. It's like it fit the story and the visuals fit the world of The Crow. It looked like a comic book come to life. It wasn't trying to be realistic. It was trying to be
a
I don't know.
gothic
Yeah,
adventure.
right, a gothic adventure. And this movie is like one of like I don't know, the gothic staples out there. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's like one of the movies you can't really touch.
It's
Like,
like why remake this? I have an ignorant question because I did see the comic book of the first event, you know, of the Crow. Now I know, did James write the other crows? Because I had another book here where it was like another crow, like another person that came back to life, and I believe she was like a Native American woman.
yeah, I don't think so.
But
I don't know
he
if he did, but you know, he like signed off on things.
okay.
It's possible he did write a few more.
I'm just saying, why couldn't they just do a different crow instead of?
Well, because they want people who remember The Crow to watch this version, because that's
Yeah, I
how the
mean, I know they
money
try to
gets
do the
made.
different crows in those sequels that nobody cared about because they were badly done.
Correct. But now we're so far removed from the original Crow that they feel they can do it again. But I mean, the original Crow had Brandon Lee, the son of Bruce Lee, and he died on the film. It's like that is it's gonna make you hard to forget the original Crow. Okay, like
Yeah,
besides
I know.
the fact that it's a great movie and a classic, it's insanely rewatchable, which is a trait that a lot of movies don't have right now because they're too long and they're too corny or bad and the script is lame. This movie's like short, like at least got to be like an hour and 30 minutes.
Yeah, memorable, memorable
Memorable
as
in and
heck.
out. It's like a music video come to life. It's like fantastic. Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, like, look,
Oh, hold on. I mean, hold on. Master Panda saying it right here. Master Panda says, did they really just use live action Ghost in the Shell to hype this up? Man, Hollywood just gets more and more depressing every day. From the vision, the example from the visionary director of House of Dead and Postal brings you the live action adaptation of the beloved game Final Fantasy VII. No, thank you.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I didn't see the Ghost in the Shell movie because I didn't feel like it. I What was the other
I
movie he
kind of
made?
what other movie he made? He made Snow White
Oh, The Huntsman.
and The Huntsman.
I mean,
So I don't know. I mean, like it had some
like
visual
I know he got some
stuff in
type of
it,
flair, but he
right?
ain't.
Some,
Is Look, this is always gonna be a hard sell for me. This is The Crow.
yeah.
This is not getting me hyped. I'm not
Like
hyped.
he has slight, I guess, video game cutscene type aesthetics. That's not that bad. I mean, the scripts are not good. Like I tried watching Ghost in the Shell and I was bored.
Yeah,
The movie and I was like, no, his Ghost in the Shell. But I guess like maybe if he had a tighter script, but like I can't depend on current Hollywood to have a tight script. And it says something about the original Crow that was like influenced by music videos. It's like I don't think I feel like the pedigree of film directors, like when it comes to action movies, like if I was to pick between people influenced by like video games,
yeah.
I don't know if he is influenced by video games, but that's like the
The
I
aesthetic
don't
that
know.
you're getting.
Yeah, right. That's like the impression that I got. If I have to choose between people influenced by music videos or video games, I would choose music videos because at least in the editing style, it's like more energetic.
Right.
If it has a thin script,
But like, what's
I
music
could at
doing
least
now in the form of like the goth scene?
like there are people. In fact, there is a goth scene now.
Okay.
There still is a goth scene now, but it's very you gotta listen to SoundCloud or something or
Mm,
obscure YouTube channels to find out. Like, there's actually a lot of good music that actually sounds more 80s than anything. Like, it's sounding more like Sisters of Mercy and like post punk.
but then that
But
means we'd have to count on Hollywood to find those people,
yeah,
which
and that's
they
not gonna
won't.
happen.
They won't.
Right. They were able to find those kind of people for the soundtrack in the 90s because some of those bands were actually in the top 10 charts, like Stone Temple Pilots, Nine Inch Nails, and The Cure. They would actually have albums that would chart to the chart. So it's like you can actually mention somebody like The Cure, and then somebody in the studio would know who they are. But if you're gonna find like a bunch of underground guys, I don't think so. I don't know, but they got to have a banger soundtrack. It just can't be like releasing The Crow with just score. I mean, I guess if they get a bad soundtrack, then I prefer that they do
Yeah,
release it with
yeah.
score.
Like, listen, if they can't get the soundtrack together, just pick a fire composer and just leave a pure score. Because I don't want to hear. I don't.
Yeah,
When
I
was
don't
the
want to
last
hear
time
like
a movie had a soundtrack? By the way,
I don't remember. I don't remember actually. Nagi's here. What's up?
what's up? What's up? What's up, man? Hold on, let me Brina said, I guess it's a little segue. Says you had quite some diabolical villains in Blade Immortal anime. I I haven't seen the anime, Brina, but I have the of all the manga that I own, my biggest collection is Blade Immortal. I cannot get enough of it. I kind of fell off. I mean, each of the books is like $20, so I kind of had to chill. But yeah, some of they had great villains in that series. I had to watch the anime. Master Panda says, yeah, I think it was the Nine Inch Nails song's "Dead Souls" playing when he was running on the rooftop. Great film. The grittiness was kind of like the grittiness of the 1990 TMNT movie. I love that look. Yeah, it was like that. I can't explain it. It's that stark shadow. Like
Yeah,
it wasn't like dark like when you say like oh a movie's too dark. It was like dark and then like with some brights. I guess it's
yeah,
kind of like my art. I guess, but Enrico says the Crow is overrated. It has the Heath Ledger effect. I don't know. Crow's still my favorite comic book
yeah.
movie.
Nah, I think it's. In
Me
fact, it's not
personally.
rated. It's not rated good enough. Actually, like, if you go on like Rotten Tomatoes, like what's the score on that?
Let me check. Other than that, like comic book movies, I'm talking like basically comic book movies. Like, oh, what else
I
we
mean, the
got?
sequels were trash. I mean, like
We're
they're.
not the sequels are not movies. We're not counting
But that original one, I mean, was
it.
pretty.
We not counting this. I saw the end of City of Angels, and I was like, bro, what is this? What is this? I'll spoil it for y'all right now. I won't. But
Yeah, and that's probably like had better production values than the other Crow sequels that came out. The one with Edward Furlong and the other one with
pause. There was there was a crow ever from.
yeah, there was a yeah, it was like part three, and it had like David Boreanaz, I think, was the bad guy.
Okay, but how many
It
were
was
there? There
pretty
was like
bad.
four, right?
There were four, and then there was another one.
Yo, I remember
I forgot what it's called.
there was a rumored script that they wanted to do a crow starring DMX.
Oh my god.
Yeah, where
I think you're right.
where he gets off by his studio producer or something.
To try to get the the rights to his songs and shit. Oh my god.
Yeah, and then like he comes back with the crow. Can you imagine that?
That's actually kind of funny, but I would not endorse that, but it is kind of funny. They should try that with like a different character.
I'm just trying to imagine playing in the movie. You trying to take me off the map, dog?
Yeah, he should have made up his own. He should have made up his own character, like instead of a crow, it is a dog, because he thinks he thought he was like a dog, so maybe
Oh,
they
so you mean
kill
like
him and
it
then
was like its own new franchise where it's like
yeah, instead of the crow, it's like
yeah,
the pit bull or something,
they say the pit
and
brings you
then
back to life.
yeah, exactly. And like he's dead in the grave, and then like the dog pees on the grave, and then lightning strikes him, like in Nightmare on Elm Street 4.
Oh no!
Some
You
shit
know
like
what?
that.
I'd probably watch that. I'll
Yeah.
probably watch it. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! That'll be too good.
Not everything needs a reboot. They should just do a rip off instead. Like like
Yeah, like
instead of
why are
doing
they
the crow,
rebooting this, bro? Like why are they
yeah, like
rebooting
instead
this?
they might make a new gothic character. Instead, he could be like the Grim Reaper and call him Reaper or something, and then he could like come back and have like a blade. Like they could design a cool blade and be like a scythe, and he just like kills people and gets his revenge and shit. Like maybe he's like elected to be like the new Grim Reaper of Hell, but then he escapes to get his revenge. I guess it's like a fake version of Spawn or something.
You
But why
like
not? Just do that. Like just do that. Then you can create a whole new look. You can get crazy. But the thing is, they want that money. They want that crow recognition money. Like that's why they're rebooting The Exorcist and all these other things,
right?
because they want people to come back and watch it. But it's like I don't know,
They do new
man.
stuff. Like you know what I appreciated, even though the movie's not fire, when they made Priest. And the movie's not fire, but I'll say like at
Yeah,
least like they at
no.
least it's not, but like at least like they try to do something. I think
Yeah, that guy had
that
some
was based
style.
off
That
of
guy,
something.
yeah, I forgot the name of that guy. Scott something who directed that. He just needs to stop writing the film. Like he should
Oh, fine.
direct another
Scott Stewart.
script and maybe yeah, Scott Stewart. 'Cause I think like that one flopped and then it was over. But and then he did some TV show about like fallen angels and things. Um, but maybe he shouldn't write the film. Maybe he should like, find a script or something. This guy has a style, I guess. I don't know. Like,
I
I'm
mean,
gonna
I
hope
would have
like,
felt better with
and if he's
the.
watching it, because people Google their name all the time, and if he's watching this, it's like, listen, I'm gonna just assume like maybe these studios might have hampered your process before, because now you got The Crow. Okay, the concept is rock solid. All right, you're not hampered by all this other junk. You know, race swapped Scarlett Johansson's for people to complain about, and
Right.
whatever. So you can let your freak flag fly on this in terms of the action and the grittiness and the rated R. You don't have to make it PG-13. It
Oh, I
better
don't
not be
want to see no
PG-13.
PG-13 nonsense in this.
You know, I would encourage that he would use actual goth tunes in this.
Yeah.
Don't have no rap rock fusion. I don't want to hear any of that in the Crow movie. Yeah. Let's see. All right. Anyway, let's go to the chat and then we'll do this. Why don't you boot up the showcase and I'll just go to the chat.
All right, cool. Hold on, let me get that.
Yeah. Enrico says Dead Star overhyped. The movie's boring. Not even Brandon Lee's best work. The comic is better. The comic is good. I like the comic. The movie is good as well. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't think it's overhyped. It's like it's got a lot of energy. It's got a lot of style. I mean, maybe it's because we grew up with it and stuff. Like maybe if you watched it right now, it'd be like, I don't know. But I
Well,
still don't believe so. I still think like even if you watched it now, it would say, damn, this movie is really trying to do something.
what about
You
Brandon
know?
Lee's best work? What was that movie? Where he was a cop?
Showdown Little Tokyo. That was pretty legit.
No, I thought it was another movie. Hold on, I'm maybe thinking about it.
Uh I don't know. That's when he was a cop. The other one you're thinking about probably is Rapid Fire. He was not a cop.
Oh, okay, my bad, my bad. I'm mixing up two.
He was an art student, okay, who was also a political activist from, I think it's China or something, and who also knows martial arts. It's a lot of stuff
Man, is
going
a
on.
Renaissance man right there.
Correct. And then he witnessed some kind of hit job or some murder, and now they put him with witness protection. But now the gang's trying to come after him, and he did a lot of kung fu in that movie. It was pretty legit. Directed by Dwight H. Little, who is not bad. He's serviceable. You know what I'm saying? Like he did some Halloween movies, but I didn't know he could direct some action. So Rapid Fire was kind of legit. I would say Rapid Fire, that need to be that needs a reevaluation from people. Like people should go watch Rapid Fire. I don't know where it's playing.
Now I kind of want to watch Rapid Fire like again.
Yeah. Showed off all his martial arts skills. It's pretty legit,
Oh man.
Rapid Fire was what's up.
Um,
That's what I'm saying. Like they don't make movies like Rapid Fire anymore. They don't make like these like the Perfect Weapon with Jess Speakman or something like that. Like where are these like little mid-budget, like to like I don't know, like okay budget like martial arts films like coming out every week. They used to come out all the time. People watch it. Joe Sixpack would like I don't know, get off the pipe fitting company, and he's like or like the automotive whatever plants, and he would just go down for the weekend and open up the newspaper and say, what am I going to watch to get my mind off of this hard labor? Oh, I'm going to watch this martial arts movie. Now they want that dude to watch Barbie or something. Like all of the dudes that went to the movies to watch like Bruce Willis like jump off the skyscraper and then like swing through the glass and then just to shoot more terrorists, they have disappeared off the planet as a demographic.
they don't care about us.
I mean, what happened, bro? Yeah, they don't care.
Look,
We grew up with this. We're
more
actually
rapid fires, please. Yes, I'm dying out here. I gotta wait for some John Wick to have freaking 4 movies and a Mission Impossible. That's all they gave me this year, okay? Because Quantumania was not it.
Man, I looked up.
The Flash was not it.
Yeah, I saw an article on the same site you were reading that Crow article for.
Yeah,
Joe Blow, and they said they were celebrating Hard Target's 30th anniversary, bro. Hard Target with Van Damme.
30th.
30th
It's been
anniversary,
30
bro.
years?
30 years. We had a show talking about Hard Target. Like one of our original React and Draw. We're talking about old action movies, and Hard Target was like on the thumbnail. 30 years. That's like the testosterone drop 30 years ago. We were at like max testosterone or something. You had Hard Target was in the theater. Cyberforce was the number one comic in America. Whatever. Spawn, Youngblood, whatever. Like they were just characters with pouches, big guns. These are your heroes. You know what I'm saying? Gone. Gone. People are playing Street Fighter 2, Turbo. I don't This is what was going on in popular culture. Now it's Barbie. I don't know.
Brina said, Brina said, like, I never heard people complaining about not caring about movies. That's what they want us to care about, though. That's all they got. What do they have? What am I supposed to run out to see? Oh, a Blue Beetle.
Yeah, Blue
I was
Beetle,
supposed
but
to run
like
out
I
to
don't know.
see Indiana Jones.
Right.
I
He's
didn't.
old.
I didn't. I was supposed to run out to see The Flash. I didn't. Until, like, what else? Damn, movies was trash this year, bro. Like, we ain't got nothing for us. Mama Bear's in the chat. What's up? Mama Bear says Hollywood thinks we want Marvel style epic movies because if it's not that, people will call it a flop. Yeah, that's what they think. They want to see like a CGI adventure.
Yeah, so like real human beings like doing what they have to do. Like, and all these guys are learning martial arts. Like they got even the 2000s, they were trying to still hold it together. Like with guys like Tony Jaa and I guess Statham was the only guy doing those PG-13 transporter movies, but that was it. That's all you get, bro. And Liam Neeson, that was it. That was it. Uh, Now it's like Extraction and John Wick.
Oh yeah, I had Extraction. Yeah.
That's it.
Cool.
And then they're like, okay, John, and then that's it. You had your fun. Now it's time for superheroes. But it's not the same. They think like, well, that's the evolution of the action movie. It's not really. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just a different kind of action movie. It's like some guy shooting a power beam like this, like Iron Man is repulsor rape, and then like the guy like gets knocked down or something across the room. You know, it still doesn't have the same impact of like when Brandon Lee is like whooping the ass of these like gangsters and crooked FBI guys trying to get at him in rapid fire. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
A man that's seen it rapid fire, the guy like I don't know, shot the gun and he like ran out the way with like super speed, like natural speed. Then he
Right.
and he like threw the cap, he flipped the cabinet open and hit the guy in the head and stuff. This
You know what? Hold on.
he used the fridge to block the bullets. It's like it just shows like
I
the human
think
spirit. Like
I
Jackie
think
Chan, people like that.
my brain, right? I'm gonna go on a mini rant here. When you bring in the idea of superpowers, obviously we got a title I'm working on and read a Cyberpunk Fairytale and Metal Legion, right? And there's some extent of powers, I guess more so in the aforementioned, right? When I see superpowers, I kind of want the superpowers to match the insanity. Like I just see Iron Man, he just shoots, and like I get it, like I get it. They're kids' comic books from back in the day, but as I've grown, I'm like, or it could look like Fist of the North Star, where I actually see a ridiculous impact. Because I'm not,
Because they still think like, oh, if it's super powered, then it better be PG-13 because they want kids to watch it or teenagers. And they're like, we spent so much money on this thing that we need it to make its money back. So if they make a rated R movie that costs $300 million, then they're not gonna get. They fear they're not gonna get the money back. Now, what they should do is make an R-rated film that is within budget. Because if you have grit, if you have the extra violence, you
Mhm.
don't need to spend $300 million on special effects
No, you don't.
because the visceral impact makes up for it. The lack of CGI or whatever you think you need the movies to have to be a success. Yeah. You want to scroll up a little bit in the chat? Someone
Yeah.
says,
Oh, I forgot.
oh, all right, stop. All
Yeah.
right. It says, um, And Master Panda says you better watch Barbie or your girlfriend will leave you for a real man. At least that's what I've been told.
Oh, that story. I
We've been
forgot.
told. That was real. Somebody said
Yes,
that.
yes. Somebody actually said that.
Hilarious. Mama Bear says, thankfully, YouTube fills the ninja stuff for me. Recently sent Sean a content creator called Fiction.
Oh yeah. I gotta get back in that chat. My bad. Been bouncing all over the place, but yes.
Okay. He posts fights all the time.
Yeah, he has choreography and stuff. Pretty good.
Yeah, he needs to direct one of these movies. He needs to do a film. Like anybody who does martial arts should be like, I don't know, learn how to work a camera and make some movies. How bad can these scripts be? Just watch the old stuff. The plot's very simple, right? They dishonored your master. Now you got to go find a tournament to avenge his honor. It's not really that. Can't be that complicated.
Right.
Enrico says they turned the Die Hard series into PG-13, starting with that Mac PC guy. Yeah, I forgot his name. What was this guy's name again? Justin Long.
Oh.
Failed Hollywood says, why are we not allowed to have nice things? Yeah, that was like the beginning. I remember when that happened too. It was announced as PG-13.
Mm-hmm.
Fans were going off on the internet. Now this was like ain't it cool news. This is like you had to go on forums to like complain.
Yeah, I remember.
And I was there. I was typing shit and complaining, like, you know what I'm saying? That screen name and everything. Everyone would go crazy. People thought like people were mad now. They were mad then. They were just
they were super mad. And I
Bruce
understood
Willis had to have a login to try to calm the fans down. Ain't it cool news? He had a screen name called Walter B.
Oh, right.
Yeah, because like a few months later, like a few months before, I think Stallone, he came out with Rambo, and he was like interacting with the fans.
Yes.
So then I guess Stallone told him like, you need to go on this website and talk to the fans because they're like kind of skeptical about this PG-13 thing, and he started to talk to people and answer some questions. You know what the sad part is? Like that PG-13 movie right there, it's probably better than a lot of crap that's out right now. Sad.
I know. I bet you if I go back and watch it, it's better than a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, look, I don't know. This is what they left us with. Anyway, we'll go back to the chat in a minute, but let's do the showcase.
All right, cool. I think this is where we left off. I'm pretty sure. Did we? I'm trying to remember.
I don't think we've seen this. It's been a couple of weeks, I think. I don't think we saw that one either. Sabretooth, no. Hey, Jack Nicholson, all right.
Oh, we saw when Hagi did this.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if we saw. Did we see this? There's some damage. I don't know if we saw this.
Yeah, we saw this, I think.
Okay.
But if we didn't, very good. You should put a like on it, so we'll know.
Boom. But man, Cam Bamzilla comes through.
Cam Bamzilla, Sabretooth.
Oh, there's a fact. Is this the first time he did fan art?
It's possible. Yeah, I think so. Usually Cam Bam is like on his own.
Yeah.
He's on his own mode or something.
He on the fan art tip right now. Cool.
Sabretooth. I think Sabretooth is having some kind of I don't know, mini series or some kind of event. He's fighting Wolverine. It's hard to, I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. Let's move on.
All right. Oh, by the way, before I go on, shout out to Woke Breaker. Is it the chat now?
Oh, what's up? How's it going? Woke Breaker.
Gotta break them wokes. Let me stop. This is Brina. Brina's gonna have some follows to this because she posted multiple versions of these, but she's doing some things with this for sure.
That is hot.
Damage again. He's had a commission. Oh, look at that. It's a bunch of effects here.
It's like a wizard lady with a spider turret creature.
Oh crap! I didn't even see the legs. Kind of reminds me. There's a I forgot what the name of it, but there's some video game coming out with like a wizard that has a gun. Mr. Figs with Rilla Wolf because he's the realest wolf. Nah, some nice effects on this one actually.
That's from the Mr. Figs universe, the
Figverse.
Fig verse.
You know what? I gotta message him. I gotta message him and say like, yo, man, we on YouTube now, bro.
Yeah, we're hyping up your stuff on the
Like,
show. You need to come
come
back.
through, bro, come through.
Mr. Figs.
This is Brina again right here.
This is different from the first one.
No, this is her. She's fleshing it out.
Oh, okay.
She's starting to flesh it out. It's going to get increasingly fleshed out, as you can see right here. This line work is
Mm.
insane, by the way.
Yeah, this is real professional stuff happening.
It's doing her thing. And hold on. It's a video that she has. Let's cue that up. Wait, does this have music that is gonna? Oh, look at this. She's working on a comment page. Now I see. I've previewed the page or what she had for it at the time, and it was looking pretty insane. We have Jenko Morningstar right here. Oh, look at this.
It's like he's doing some gangster story.
It's pretty dope. I like the use of the blacks.
Yeah, it's legit.
Start Black Shadow. Let's get that. Boom. We've got Ironic Not Savage. Got some Sonic art. One of my favorite
Nice.
characters when I was a kid, by the way.
Yeah, I used to draw Sonic a lot. I remember that.
Yeah.
Like, used to draw Sonic in high school, and you were trying to do like him with like charging up, and like when you're
Yeah.
charging up, he's like got rocks flying like Dragon Ball and stuff.
It's funny
Pretty
because that
groundbreaking
was
stuff for like back in the day.
it was funny because I did that before they started making Sonic insane. Now Sonic's power level actually is that way and more.
Right. If only you were like, I don't know, available to draw the Archie comic back then. Like we would always joke like back in the day, like Sean should take over the Archie comic book.
Man, that would have been a dream come true back then.
Facts. You know, they probably would have, I don't know, maybe if you had a good enough portfolio that you'd do something, because I remember Joe Mad, I was reading something like he was still in high school while he was drawing like some fill-in issues.
Right.
And the reason that Bob Harris didn't want to give him a job on X-Men right there because he wanted him to finish high school. But once he finished high school, he was drawing some X-Men's, that was for sure.
Yeah. This is from the same artist. Pretty cool. I forgot the name of this particular Sonic character. I don't know why.
This is cool.
Ironic Not Savage.
See what movies are missing out. The Sega is the cinematic universe right there.
Where's Streets of Rage? Where's Streets of Rage?
Yeah. You gotta have the Streets of Rage movie.
Choreographed by I don't know, guy who choreographed the Raid movies. Got Mufa. Mufa's here with the storm. The storm is coming. There's actually a storm happening right now. Actually,
Ah. Power 500.
800.
Is that what it is? 800?
Yeah.
It says what's the name there? It says Nagatoro.
Oh,
It's like the
Rogue
name
is
of the Sonic
no, Rogue is the name of the Sonic character. Thank you, Pablo. Yeah, some good. Mufa got some cool weather rendering over here. And this was the last one today. Here we go. Is Brina's
What?
page.
Yo, look at this. Brina's sequential art here. Can we read it? Let's read it. Dialogue here.
To switch the colors. This whole panel right here is fire.
Yeah, that's pretty wild. It's like some manifestation of powers. I sure hope you know how to swim, Eddie. It's like a battle about to happen.
This is fire.
Damn, this is like some legit stuff. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of like sometimes the mangas or the Chinese comics. They'll have like the first few pages are in color.
Oh
Before
yeah.
black and white. It reminds me of this, like that. This pastel kind of color palette.
Right.
And the sharp line work reminds me of that. Like, this looks super legit.
It's fire.
See, these comic companies, man, they need to get their own Discord or something and like have people post on it. The gold you will find on these things.
Like
I don't know where they're finding these. Yeah.
I
And these
don't.
people are in the United States, okay? And they're young and they're
Right.
hungry. They're going away like these Marvel DC. They're like trying to get like I don't know people from like South America
Right.
who still remember how to draw superhero stuff, and and they're good artists. I'm not hating. I'm just saying like, listen, the domestic population they gotta eat too. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Not to go on a super patriot rant. I'm just saying like, oh, like look what's going on. Legit stuff's happening
And
in
they don't even
the
realize.
USA. That's what Hulk Hogan said. He's a real American fighting for the rights of every man.
It's a throwback right there.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
She's
So
like
yeah,
she's like comic ready, and they ain't got nothing for. No, they probably put it on some whack ass title though. I don't know.
encouragement.
Rena, they're gonna put
They
you
were
on
giving
here.
people, back in the day in the 90s, they were giving like Joe Madureira jobs when he was like barely in high school.
Yeah. Oh, they could
They
put
probably
Rena
would have put him
on
on X-Men in high school.
Venom because she did that Venom. They could put her on Venom.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, Venom don't really carry nothing, but
Shit ain't easy, man. Like, look, it's a whole different ball of wax nowadays. With these companies, things are different. They publish things that are very, I don't know, modern day, and
right.
best to just do your own thing. Especially now. That's my advice anyway.
Yep.
Master Panda says, speaking of those old Archie Sonics, you ever have any opinions about the lawsuit drama with the Sonic writer Ken Penders? I know very little, but wondering if you know anything about it.
I
I do
actually
not.
don't. I don't. So I'm gonna have to look this up and get back to you next week on that one.
He created like a lot of characters, and I don't know if he wants I don't know if they use any of his characters for anything else.
Hmm.
I'd forget like what the beef was. I know he had some lawsuits. I don't know. I'm not familiar with it, but he surely did write a lot of Sonics. I don't know. There's like people who like write these licensed books, like issues and issues of it,
Mm-hmm.
and they become like the guy. Like Ken Penders was the Sonic guy, Simon Furman was the Transformers guy, and Larry Hama was the GI Joe guy. But I don't know. They still make Sonic comics now. I don't know the quality of Sonic comics.
It's
I
still
just
going
remember them
on.
on this. Well, they make new ones, but he's not
Yo.
writing them anymore. But I think they still make Sonic. Somebody's making it, right? Let's see. Brina says, when I was younger, those first couple color pages in manga used to piss me off. Oh, you don't like that? Oh, I'm sorry.
Because it's like
Yeah.
you guess what you like. Yo, this is about to be fire, and then it just go back to black and white. I'm guessing that's what she means because I kind of felt the same sometimes.
Yeah, I hear that they're gonna bring back Akira graphic novels in color for some reason. I don't know why they have to be in color, but they are in color. They will be in color.
I might have to collect them. I don't know why I don't own those books. By the way, I have one or two, but yeah, I should. I need to invest in those.
Power Andrew says Sonic Chronicles has entered the chat in regards to that topic. Sonic has a big fandom. Sonic has a big fandom.
I need to draw him again.
Yeah,
The
people
last time I
love
drew
Sonic.
him
If
is
you
when
draw
remember
Sonic, it'll probably be as bigger than Ninja Turtles. You're
probably
drawing because Ninja Turtles has a lot of mainstream American support, but maybe Sonic does not. In
crossover.
terms of like the big companies giving it play.
I don't even know if I can I draw Sonic again. I'm gonna try to sketch him as we're closing out here.
Yeah. Well, Sonic had a movie, so he's big too. But
That was the last time I sketched him. Remember when they had Ugly Sonic,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and then that trailer came out, and then
Oh
I
yeah.
drew like regular Sonic punching out Ugly Sonic or something, and it got a lot of hits on IG at the time. Man, how long ago was that? That was a
Yeah. Brina says, yeah, no, not an actual comic, just practice. Unless some way Corey Kenshin wants to make a comic with me.
well, I mean,
You should.
be getting
Why
paid
not?
more than Marvel and DC probably.
Yeah. If you did a crowdfunder, it'd probably make $1 million or something or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Uh, Power 800 says, and you can't forget the Laura Sue comic Ken did after cutting ties with Sega and Archie. Oh, it says,
Hmm.
damn. Yeah, I think that he
There's a
started
lot
making
of.
his own comics. I don't know. Like maybe he wants to take his characters and like go do other comics without Archie. I really don't know what the story is with that. Massive Panda says, if you call that practice, then I need to go sit back down at my drawing table with head tilted down in shame. You're too fire. That was a good page. I got to tell
No,
you,
that page was awesome.
that's a real deal, Holyfield.
I had to hold that in because she sent it to me while it was on, what was it, Twitch yesterday, and she was like, "Don't post it." In. I'm like, "Oh man, it's fire. I can't post it. Can't show it."
Power 800 says IDW is doing Sonic now. Archie is canceled its run. Okay. Yeah, IDW. I think IDW they had an issue recently where they had a creator own line and they had to cancel a lot of the contracts they have with people or cancel,
Hmm.
I guess. And they're pretty upset about it. But I guess maybe they're having a money problem, so they want to focus on whatever their creator licenses or whatnot.
Hmm.
I mean, Udon just does Street Fighter comics, so
Yeah.
maybe they put all their concentration into like some of these licensed properties. Maybe they can like improve. I think they do Star Trek as well. And Massive Panda says, I think Midnight's Edge or someone else like that did an exclusive interview with Penders a while back. I listened to it when it came out. I need to go back and listen again. Yeah, that's interesting. Maybe I'll listen to that too.
Hmm.
Mama Bear says Maki did a Rogue the Bat as Poison from Street Fighter.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, that's interesting. That's cool.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to do a Sonic from memory right now, so it's not gonna be too good.
Yeah, I don't know. So kind of that's going off the dome on some Sonic right now.
From what little I remember.
Going off memory. Interesting. Yeah.
I'm not gonna like
Power.
do it for real. I'm gonna just I'll do a real Sonic eventually. But yeah, sorry, you was reading.
This is Power 800 says it's funny too because after the Kim Penders drama, Archie did a soft reboot too, but it got canceled.
Mm.
Massive Panda says, well, this is the thing. It's like you do this work for hire stuff. Then again, I don't know what the contract was, so maybe it wasn't.
Hmm.
They own everything, you know. They own your soul. That's why a lot of, I guess, they don't have a lot of new characters nowadays for comics because the artists know that they're getting into whatever they when they create a new character, they're just giving it away.
Yeah.
So what they do instead is they create derivative characters based on the properties that are already owned by Marvel and DC. So they'll have like Cyclops and they'll have like Kid Cyclops or something like that because they're afraid to create like a whole new mutant
Yeah.
because they're never gonna own it again. And maybe the studio, whatever, the Marvel people or the DC people, they don't want to fight and go
Right.
through lawsuits like with this Kim Penders guy and Archie stuff like that. They're gonna be like, "Oh, thanks for creating this character." Thing is, though, if you create a character and it shows up in the movie, some people have like rights where they pay you. Like I've heard of some people say that, like, oh, if the character ends up in a movie, they'll give you a bonus, like you get a check in the mail.
Hmm.
I think that happens in DC, maybe not Marvel. I think Marvel has it, but uh, Master Panda says Brina has to do a DBZ standoff stance before unveiling her artwork. She has to whip off her cape and toss it aside before she shows her new illustration. That's true. Vessel of Amala says, I just woke up and the first thing seen is a Crow reboot. Why? Nobody knows. Well, we
Yeah.
know why because they want to get that money, you
The
know,
nostalgia books.
the nostalgia bucks.
They
It's the
might
only
not
thing
get
they
my
got left.
bucks. Let me see this trailer first.
Yeah, facts. I need to see the trailer. It better be a banger. They have no choice. They're messing with the crow. I don't know if this current year has enough pizzazz to
Nah,
pull something like this off. I mean, maybe if it was directed by like David Fincher or somebody like that, then
right.
not that I don't know why he would direct a Crow reboot. He's like one of these guys who has to direct something that could be nominated by an Academy Award
Yeah, that's not
by
his
like
style.
default at this point. I remember one time he was gonna direct like World War Z 2,
Really?
and he was about to film it, and then they said it cost too much, and then they didn't want to do it. So then he
Interesting.
did like the Woman with the Dragon Tattoo or something like that. But he was gonna do a Brad Pitt and everything. He was like, they asked him, the producer, like, you want to do World War Z 2? They didn't think they'd get him. They probably thought like, oh, they're gonna David Fincher. He's too busy trying to win an Academy Award or something. And he was like, I'll do it.
That's kind of
That'd be
insane.
interesting. I never did an action movie like that before. Maybe. Sure, let's just do it. And they were gonna do it, and then they canceled it. Just ridiculous. Like if like if you're not trying to make it like better than the original Crow, then
Hmm.
what's the point? Or at least as good.
Yeah, I don't know what the. I don't know, man.
Who knows? You know, maybe they'll surprise you. Maybe you'll be like, "This is the movie I always wanted to make," and I get the creative freedom to do it. I don't know.
Spoiler: Sean was not surprised. No, let me
Yeah,
stop.
exactly.
I don't, I'm just talking down to this whole thing, but I'm like, yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
we're very
it
skeptical
would be
nowadays.
cool if it was cool.
There's only a handful of movies that like are reboots that were better than the original, and many more misses.
Oh yeah,
Bear says they want to capitalize on nostalgia, ignoring the other two Crow movies bombed. Yeah, they were like one Crow movie that went to theaters starring Vincent something if his name Vincent Perez.
yeah. I believe
Crow,
that was.
City of Angels. I've seen parts of it. I haven't seen the whole thing.
Nah,
I know it
same
got
here,
bad reviews, and the parts I
bro.
did
You
see
just
was like
need to
not
see the
that
ending. The
great.
ending is horrendous, bro.
I know someone who likes it, but like I don't know. I don't think I can roll with like that. It had a Trini from Power Rangers, right?
Did it?
I think
Maybe
it
I gotta
did.
check.
I might watch it for that. I might want to see Trini from Power Rangers in it, but I really don't know if I can. Maybe if it's on Tubi, I'll watch it. You know, I'll just leave it on and see what the hell it is. But the parts I saw are pretty bad. I mean, talk about The Crow, okay? It's like a classic. I just remember they had a trailer. It was like, maybe this is cool. But then I remember like in high school, The Crow 2 was coming out, right?
Hmm.
And it was like, I remember just people coming back after the weekend saying, yo, I saw that. It was so bad. I think that the song of that movie in the trailer
Hmm.
was like, they were trying to hook up the trailer to be hype.
Yeah.
And the song was, I think it's like Hole, Courtney Love.
Yeah.
Hole was singing like I forgot the song. Was it Black Magic Woman or some cover of some song?
Hmm.
And it was like the trailer's looking okay, and then it's like then I heard the movie stank.
Yeah. That was. I remember that. That was a disappointment to hear.
You know what? Actually, you know why movies can't get over nowadays? You can't fool people as much as they used to
Hmm.
because trailers back in the day used to have the movie man voice,
And
and that guy's voice could sell anything. You
in a
know,
world where
in a world, one man, one goal.
now it's just a bare movie.
Right, they're trying to show you clips of the film in succession to try to tell you the plot,
Right.
but it's like the more they show of a bad movie, the more you know that it's bad.
Yeah.
Before they would just show like just the good parts, and they had the movie man voice, narrate it, and you associate his voice with some other movie that was good.
Yeah.
Therefore, you were fooled into watching the movie.
No, we ain't got that.
Yeah, Vessel Mala says the only person who could take the roles were Brandon Lee and Heath Ledger, and they both passed on. Yeah, Sad.
Now we deal with Bill. What's his name? Skarsgård.
Yeah, it from the clown Pennywise. How Pennywise is learning his martial arts right now. Pow, pow, pow. Although he doesn't necessarily have to know martial arts, but he better learn some gun fu or something. Like,
Yeah.
Mama Bear says there was a third Crow movie with the guy who played Nolan's Two-Face. Oh, really? He was in it?
Really? Was he the Crow?
Aaron Eckhart? He might have been in one of those movies. I mean, I don't remember those other Crow sequels that well. I know Crow 3 was with Edward Furlong and David Boreanaz as the bad guy. The other guy, that guy might have been in it. I'm not sure. Vessel of Amala says it's good seeing Sonic art that hasn't crossed into deviancy.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't think they went there with Sonic art, but I probably shouldn't be surprised. I know they took the
Yeah,
Ninja Turtles that way, unfortunately.
you can't look at it. It's sad.
Yeah, maybe I'll actually I'll actually like do a piece of Sonic art, like a real one with reference, because I was just going off the top of my dome while being sleep deprived. Not a good idea, you know what I'm saying? But said most movie and anime trailers were narrated by Optimus Prime. Wait, they had anime trailers. That's pretty cool.
It's like VHS stuff, you know.
Yeah.
I remember he narrated the intro to Voltron.
Brina says you didn't think they'd go there. I'm just saying because like Sonic got no parts. But
Anything
anyway,
with an animal in it, forget it. Like
oh my
these
god,
people
bro.
can't let anything go, bro. Like,
Oh, why, bro? Why?
what's wrong with this nation?
On that note, I gotta get to bed, y'all.
Yeah. But thanks for stopping by.
Yes.
If you like the stream, like the video.
Yep.
It helps the channel, lets the algorithm know we exist and we can keep doing the show.
Like,
If
share,
you,
subscribe.
yeah,
Well, I'm sure
yes,
y'all
like,
are already
share.
subscribed. As anybody who's watching this who's not subscribed, please subscribe. We go live, every week. So yeah.
Hit the bell for notifications so you know when we're on. Check out the links in the description. Check out our comic book, Cyberpunk Fairytale. The art is featured on the screen right here.
Yeah, this is it. This
Gonna
is in
support
black and
Red
white,
Riding
but
Hood. Yep, it's in black and white, but the comic is in full color, 88 pages. Red Riding Hood is security guard
boom.
security specialist kicking butt in the future, here to uncover the mystery of a terrorist attack that's left her grandmother infirmed, and she's kicking ass and taking names. Check it out, redcombook.com. Links in the chat, links in the description. Check out the Discord. Check out all the sections. You can continue the conversation there. Links in the description. Post your art in the post your art section. We feature it Thursdays. Check out our we're everywhere. We're on Twitter. Follow us on Twitter.
On Twitter,
check me out on Twitter. Talk to us. Yeah.
All right, y'all. Before I go, Brina said, "Sean is the what she said. Sean is the purest soul." Listen, I didn't know they had it, and now that I know that, I don't want to know. I'm just gonna finish my Sonic art.
Yes.
And
if
I'll
he
put
needs reference, he's going to just type in Sega Sonic. He's not gonna type it in Bear.
Heck, I might put a big watermark over it just so somebody doesn't corrupt my art.
And molest him.
Yeah, word. I'm like, yo, leave Sonic alone. Okay, it's child's video game character.
Facts.
She said Maki has just the corruption. I mean, I have, I have the the pinups of like Red and Snow, but that's about as far as it goes. All right, yo. I'll catch y'all on the social medias, and we will be back live next week. Peace out.
Peace.